All right, welcome back to the KnivesFAST channel, guys. It is time to do another review, so say hello to Ren and Stimpy, Powdered Toast Man, Log, and TV, and and Choo Choo, wow, and let's get started. Everything's all spaced out funny here. Here we go. Fix it. There we go. All right, so this is going to be my review of the Kizer Drop Bear. There you go. Whoops. All right, come on. So this is my first review with my new camera. And I figured there was going to be some getting used to the focus. Oh, come on. There we go. It's trying to. There we go. So there we go. All right. So now let's see how it goes back down there. You guys get to learn with me. All right. So this is the Kizer Drop Bear. Now, as you guys know, if you've been around the channel, I tried to get a hold of one of these several times, and they just don't stay in stock for very long anywhere. See, this focus thing is going to get on my nerves. I got to figure it out. It's growing pains. All right. So, and they just don't stay in stock very long anywhere. I picked this one up from Blade HQ, and I got it for $107. And normally that's where I would talk, from to talk to you guys about the knife. But it is basically out of stock there too. So, I did find some available at Mojave Outdoors. This same one for $119. Now, it's funny. It says 10% off, but at the same time, it says $118. So $119. So I don't know, guys. These are really hard to come by. They are available here and there. I like to always make sure I tell you where they're available. I see some also a gray aluminum one with a satin blade over on Amazon, or at least I did. Let me go find it. And there's also the bougie versions, the 20CV versions. Yeah, there's for $107. There is a gray aluminum one with the 154 cm steel and satin blade for $107, and that one actually looks pretty fantastic. It is a good looking knife. So I always like to try to make sure I tell you guys where you can get them, but there you go. So we'll go ahead and we'll talk about this one from the Blade HQ listing, since that's where I got it from, and we'll go over to specs in just a minute, but let's do a review. So really cool knife. It is black aluminum, but it's got kind of this matte finish on the scales, which actually provides really nice grip. I've seen other aluminums that are a little, slick. This actually has a little bit of grip to it. It's really nice, and really good. Now, you have got an Axis style lock, which they call the clutch lock. And you guys have heard about the clutch lock. You can actually take this apart, and you can adjust the spring. There are different settings, but I don't know why you'd mess with this. As you can see, to me, the action on this is fantastic. I have no desire to mess with it at all, so I will not be messing with it. It does come in the typical Kizer box here. You do have a black wash blade. This coating is really interesting in that it's not stonewash. It's a shiny black coating, which is not my preference. It does make the swedge and everything stand out a little bit, which is kind of nice. But again, I kind of prefer either a black wash blade or just no coating at all. You have the Kizer logo here. You have 154 cm. You do have these purple thumb studs. Drop Bear, and you have AZO there and the model number. Kizer always puts all that information. Now you have quite a bit of swedging way out to here, just like we talked about on the Towser S. Same kind of swedging. You know what this is. It's jimping, guys. Oh my gracious. Quite a bit of jimping way out to here. You have this great swedge up here that gives this spear point a fantastic look. Really does. I love the fact that all the hardware is black. Pocket clip is black. You do have a lanyard hole. And let me close this guy up while I do this. And you have a pocket clip that goes all the way to the top. You guys will need to let me know. I'm going to tilt my lighting just a little bit. There we go. That'll help. How this all looks. And it is left reversible as well. The pocket clip sits on the scales, but has plenty of clearance and flat screws. Not a problem. Good retention on the clip. Love that the access bar hardware is blacked out. Everything really nicely done. And just a fantastic knife. And again, slicey and thin and great action. Look at that. It just pulls down in there. Well, if you don't screw it up, there you go. You just got to give it a little bit of a shake and it goes right in. I love it. I love it. All right, so let's put this guy right here and we will talk about our specs for a moment. Can you see it good? Yes, you can. Sorry, still fighting the cold too. 7.15 inches overall, 2.99 inch blade length. The blade thickness is just 0.11, guys. That is TRM Atom territory. Very cool about that. It is a drop point, they call it, but to me, when you take the pivot and you go straight out to the tip, that's a spear point. But I mean, fine. They can call it a drop. They can call it whatever they want. They're very, very close. There's a plain edge in this case, 3.68 ounces, which is perfect. And it is a bar lock, also known as their clutch lock. Thank you. It is on bearings. It is made in China. And the handle length is 4.16. Now, as far as that goes, you have very good ergonomics here. Come on, focus. You got this. Guys, I'm going to have to figure this out. You just got to be patient with me. We'll get it figured out for sure. But anyway, so you've got a really nice 4-finger grip here. Nowhere really to choke up on this one. You do have a nice sharpening choil there. Let's see here. Yeah, I mean, really good edge relief there. You can see the plunge. Oh, come on, focus. You got this. There we go. The plunge is way back here. So you do have a very nice relief on the edge. By the way, you do have shadow box liners here. You can run your fingernail along there. They do protrude a little bit on the liners. They are milled for weight reduction. You can see there. Really well done. And I actually don't mind the liners on this one. They don't stick out so much that it bothers you in the hand. Might actually help the grip a little bit. You do feel the edge of the clip. We've talked about this 100 times with this style of clip, which is why I like wire clips. It's just going to dig in where it sticks up so much right there at that part of your finger. The jimping is fantastic all the way out to here, wherever you want to be. Really good. Thumb studs are in a great position to flick this open, to thumb flick, or crap, to middle finger flick it. I did that 100 times right before the review. No problem whatsoever. Action is great. As far as centering, all right, I'm going to look at it off camera because it's black on black. It is dead center. No blade play or lock rock at all. And lockup is really good, as you would expect from an Axis style lock. And guys, I've been cutting with this quite a bit. Trying not to do it too much because I'm going to probably sell this one just to keep more knives coming in here. But it is a slicer. I am telling you. It is fantastic in that regard. Let's do our comparisons. Let's see what we got over here. Let's start with our normal comparisons. So here is the Ontario Rat 1, which is significantly larger, as you can see, and the Ontario Rat 2, which is roughly the same size. So that is pretty cool. So if you know the size of those two knives, you now know the size of the drop bear. All right, and let's do one more comparison here. Review that I'll have coming very soon, also produced by Kizer for Olight. This is the O-Knife Rubato. You can see this is pretty much the same knife with a different color and a different blade shape. I think that's really interesting that that Kizer has done that for O-Knife. They are very, very similar, very much so. So there you go, guys. Let me know what you think of this one. Again, the action is just stellar on this knife. It is Really, really good. Again, I always like talking about detent, but it's a axis style lock, so it's not really a detent. It's just where that spring breaks, and it is fine on this one. It's going to come out very nice. It's a beautiful knife. I think if I was going to keep one, I'd probably get the one I just saw on Amazon, which is the gray with the satin. I just don't like the shiny black on there, but that's just me. A lot of people love it, and I'm glad for them for that. So there you go. First review with the new camera. Let me know what you guys think. Give me a thumbs up. Give me a comment down below. And thank you so much for watching the Knives Fast channel.